Hello and welcome to Broadsword Wargaming. In this video, we're going back to Middle-earth with a Lord of the Rings battle report. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, this video is a first for me, it's Lord of the Rings. We've got Rohan against Orcs. Has the Age of Man finally come to an end? We'll find out. Let's meet the players and see the armies.
Hi, I'm Harry, and I make podcasts about the Middle-earth strategy battle game, one called Entmoot. I also have a Battle Games in Middle-earth YouTube channel, so I'm well into Lord of the Rings Middle-earth strategy battle game, and today I'll be playing with the Riders of Rohan, taking on Jack's horde of orcs. I'll be playing with Theoden on an armoured horse with a shield, and he'll have a Rider of Rohan and 4 Rohan Royal Guard with throwing spears with him. Then we'll have Éomer on a horse with a Rider of Rohan, 2 Royal Guard with him, 1 with a throwing spear. Then I'll have Gamling with the magic banner of might on a horse, of course, with a Rider of Rohan and 2 Royal Guard, both with throwing spears. And in total, that makes up exactly 500 points.
Hi, my name's Jack. I've been playing MESBG for just under a year now. I often play against Harry. Usually he absolutely wipes the floor with me, but that's not going to happen today. I've brought the Witch King on Fellbeast. He hasn't really got much fancy gear, but he's got a couple of extra points of fate and he's got a couple of extra points of might. Hopefully he'll be able to counter Theoden, which is the big plan. After that I've got Gothmog leading 6 wargs. He's got a warg himself as well as a shield, and the orcs have got, there's 2 with spears, 2 with shields and 2 with bows. And then I've got a generic orc captain with an orc with a banner, and then there's 5 orcs with spears and 5 orcs with shields. So, fingers crossed.
Okay, you've met the players, you've seen the armies. Let's go through deployment and roll for the first turn. We are playing Scenario 9, Capture and Control. In this scenario, you place 5 objective markers on the battlefield. 1 is automatically placed in the centre of the board, and the other 4 are placed exactly halfway between the centre and the 4 edges of the table. You score 2 victory points for each objective marker that is under your control at the end of the game. You score 1 victory point for causing 1 or more wounds on the enemy leader or kill the enemy leader, and you score 1 victory point if the enemy force is broken. The game ends once 1 force has been broken. At the end of each turn after that, roll a d6. On a 1 or 2, the game ends. Deployment. Jack places the Witch King hovering over some objectives. Harry then follows up placing Gamling and a few other riders. Gothmog and his Warg Riders then get placed in the bottom left of the board. Now they're his main mobility here. The Witch King is obviously a massive threat, but Gothmog and the Warg Riders can do some real work. Harry places Éomer with a few other riders up next to Gamling, keeping them together. He seems to actually not be spreading out. Whilst Jack puts his orcs on the right-hand side of the board, ready to run down that hill, grab some objectives, and then I'm assuming to sweep in on the flank. Then we see Theoden take to the field with several riders around him out front, ready to steal some objectives and get some charges off. This mission is going to be about speed, pace, and getting that initial damage. With Harry having all of his units on horses, he gets a lot of benefits for charging, so that's going to be quite key in this mission. And with that said, we go to turn 1.
So rolling for the first turn priority, I'm in red.
I'm green.
And
that's definitely yours. Yeah.
Any heroics called from your side?
No.
I'm actually just going to kind of jiggle my lines around so that I can get a few shots off. So I'm just going to move him there. He's going to go up forward to tag that objective. Then this guy's Theoden's gonna scooch into that little gap. He's gonna scooch into there, somewhere there, and then this guy's gonna move half, so he'll be able to shoot, but at a -1. He's gonna move there. Gamling's gonna kind of, I think we're gonna be slightly cautious, but and then he's gonna move under half. Actually no, hold on, this guy's gonna go back to there. There we go, and then that's my move.
Some of these guys are going to come this way to tag this objective. So he's going 10 inches that way. He's tapped there. This one's going to go with him. Oops, move him. And sit there. Gothmog's going to gingerly go closer. You're 10 inches, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come a little bit further forward. And they're going to come a little bit further forward.
So they're out of charge range, yeah?
Yeah. Carefully out of charge range.
So those archers are moving a bit, yeah?
Yeah, he's going to come and sit up here. So I'm just forming a nice long line there. And then the Witch King, he's going to come and sit in this gap up here, looming over the battlefield, in prime position to swoop down and bother somebody later. And the Orcs are all just going to start shuffling forwards. Every day I'm shuffling. It's a nice big line. There's a captain there in the banner. Magic. Sorted.
Oh yeah, magic.
Magic. Magic.
No, I'm guessing no magic though, because I think you're out of range anyway.
Yeah,
so.
I'll be miles away from magic.
Shooting phase. So I'll be shooting some with the Riders of Rohan. So I'll just do these two guys. These two guys are both going to go for Gothmog and hopefully unseat him from his warg. So they're hitting on 5s, I think, because they've moved. So 1 hit. And Horse or Rider, or Warg or Rider, I suppose, hits the Rider. No, not a wound. The other Rider, who's just tucked in behind AMR, sees in base content, so he's going to go for another long shot at Gothmog as well, try and get rid of that Warg. And he misses on a roll of a 1. Excellent work, Riders of Rohan. You can see where they're riders rather than shooters. That is everything for the moment.
Brilliant. I've got 2 archers who are well within range of AMR over there, so I'm going to have a go at shooting.
Sure.
So we'll do the first one, hitting you on 5.
6s because they're moved.
6 moved, yeah,
so
nothing
sadly.
there. And we'll have another go with the next one. Nothing there. Unsurprising.
Obviously no combat phase, so on to priority again.
Yeah.
Oh, but first we need to flip over objectives. So
Oh yeah.
this one, yours are going to be dark and evil, so mine change over to blue. So I've got those 2 objectives, and this one's still neutral. This one's still neutral, but that one's yours. Nobody spent any resources. I've got 2 objectives. Jack's got 1. That's a first round over.
Turn 2.
Turn 2. So roll for priority. I'm in blue.
I'm green.
That's
2.
4 for me. So it goes to me. Any heroics?
No.
No. So I'll start with. So I want to kind of get some out of 10-inch range. So I'm going to just move him to sort of there. Then Theoden's going to go to there. He's going to go there.
I think we're going to be hesitant to get stuck in. Just
I think that's it.
Charge is important.
It is very important, yeah. Those Riders of Rohan are going to stay there. This AMR is going to scooch it on up into the middle there. All these guys are going to scoot around here. And the final wild guy is going to go to there. And this guy is going to move up under half. So he's moved but under his half. So these guys haven't moved at all, so they're still hitting on 4s. He's hitting on 5s. Anyone else, if they're in range, will be hitting on 5s, I suppose. And that is my move phase, Jack.
Brilliant. So the Orcs are going to start shuffling forward onto this objective here. So they're all just going to come and sit this way, forwards.
Yeah, so this is the game where you turn over an objective to keep it in your control, but people can always come back and capture it later.
Yeah, something I'm certainly conscious of.
Yeah, so you get 2 points for each marker in your control at the end of the game, and a point for breaking the enemy, and a point for wounding or killing the enemy leader. So it's all about these tokens that we'll be flipping over.
Yeah, so the Witch King's going to drop down here.
Flap, 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 flap.
He's tapping that objective. Awesome stuff. He's then going to do some zappy magic.
So you've got 11 will, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got 11 will points at the minute.
No crown.
I'm going to throw 4 at Black Dart. This is going for Eomer.
Four whole will points.
Yeah, I'm pretty keen on getting rid of him.
Okay, fair enough. Go for it.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you're wanting 5s, aren't you?
Yeah, 5s on these, hopefully.
You get it on the 6.
Yeah, there's 2 there.
So you didn't channel it, did you?
I didn't channel that, no.
This is a strength 9 hit on AMR. I am going to take it. I'm going to let you do your worst.
Cool.
So that puts you down to 7 will.
It does.
4 points of will gone, but a strength 9 hit on AMR. So you're wounding me on 3s, I think.
Unfortunately not.
You get a 2. You can might it.
I can might it. I think it's worth miting that.
Yeah, you spent all that those resources on it, so yeah, that's probably worth it. So you start with, did you start with 2 or 3?
Started with 2. Yeah.
So you spent 1 of your points of might, but AMR will try and spend a fate point on it. He faces it and he's all good and gravy. He's
Fine. I'm going to bring the Witch King up this way, back onto the cliff, out of the way, with his remaining movement. So I'm leaving the objective open, but he is once again looming over it. These Wild Riders are going to come around that way. So I've got one round to there. He's going to come sit behind. He's going to come sit in the middle. They're all just pushing in behind those woods essentially to hide for this more tactical hiding. Gothmog's going to come and tap that. This archer's going to come and sit right in front of him. Hopefully for a bit of an in the way.
These two riders are going to go for Gothmog via this warg, because I think he'll be in the way, certainly for the guy on the right and probably for the guy there. So both taking in the ways for the Gothmog. So they're hitting on force because they didn't move. Both hit, excellent stuff. And then 1, 2, 3 hits the rider in front. Both get through to Gothmog. This is a good sign. Then does it hit Gothmog's warg or him himself? One hits the warg, one hits the man himself. So the warg is defense 3. Or is it defense 4?
It's 3.
So that doesn't wound. Gothmog, he's defense 6, did you say?
He's defense 7 now.
Defense 7. Ooh. So 6 is by force. No. So no success there from those two guys. This rider is going to have a pop at the Witch King just because he misses. He's too scared. So, and I don't think, for luck, I think you're all out of range with the throwing spears. So that's all my shooting.
Cool, and I moved my wargs to their full movement so they won't be shooting this turn.
So at the moment, AMR is the only person to have spent any resources on the Rohan, so he spent 1 point of fate to rescue himself from that black dart that Jack spent.
Brilliant, and the Witch King spent a whopping 4 points of will on a black dart, which sadly failed.
And a point of might.
And a point of might.
Turn 3.
Priority for turn number 3. I'm in blue. 5, and I take it again. I'm not even sure I want it though. I've got Riders of Rohans. I'm guessing any heroics? No? Sure?
Yeah,
okay.
quite sure about
fine.
that.
So, I guess I'm winning the shooting war, but I'm not exactly killing anything with it. We're both drawing on in terms of objectives, so I just don't want to give you that first charge, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move most of my stuff. So I'm going to put Theoden in harm's way ever so slightly by putting him into range of this warg, but out of range of Gothmog, crucially. And then I'm going to sort of surround him here with his friends. So they're all moving, gambling with his banner there. So all of these should be, at the moment, just slightly out of spear firing range. So he's going to go there. Moving in as well. This guy is also going to scooch it on in. He's going to kind of hover around there. So he's base to base with the thing, and he's not got throwing spears. So he's going to go there because there's no problem. Then make sure we're out of range of the Witch King, which would be there. Let's just get to there. So the bowmen will, the riders, sorry, will all move half. So they're all hitting on 5s this turn, and that. The cautious moves of the Riders of Theoden. Jack, it's over to you for your moves.
So the Witch King's hopefully going to come. So I'm going to sit the Witch King just here and then try and fling.
It's moving. So he's going there, yeah?
Yeah, he's going about there. And the plan is for them to compel this poor rider on the end into combat with the Witch King. And then rather than hit him normally with my usual strikes, I'm going to use a monstrous attack to fling that rider down the lines and hopefully knock some people off their horses.
Okay, this is a scary thing, but you've only got 7 will?
Yeah.
So how many will are you going to spend to cause this compel?
Go for 2.
Going to go for a tasty 2, and you've still got a point of might just in case, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes off on a 6. Absolutely fine. I have no way of resisting because he's a normal rider, so it just goes off. You compel him.
Yep.
So up to 5 inches. So
straight into place combat.
So do you want to line him up so that you get your optimum hurl distance? So that would be a straight line between AMR and Stowe.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, that might have been a miscalculation. Maybe.
We'll see.
So but you still got your other moves. So
yeah. Let's do the boys up here first. We're going down this way. So 6 is to here. Put him as a marker. To about there. A few others are going to start following up. And these guys are going to come down behind as well. And I'm actually going to leave one of these spear supports behind on that objective, just so that it's not completely open. They have to kill me to take it. Gothmog's going to shuffle back up onto here. He's very brave. And this guy's going to come and sit.
He was a lot braver when he was dodging that big rock.
He hasn't moved. Yeah, that's true. He hasn't moved, but he has. So he'll be shooting normally, and he'll be shooting on 6s. And then one of these guys is going to come and tap that base.
Right. So that'll be you in the lead in terms of objectives there. If you get that.
Gingerly sat a little bit back. He's going to stay here and help out old Gothmoggy, and yeah, that'll do for that.
Cool. So shooting.
So
the only worthwhile shots I've got really, I could go for the bows, but I'm not too worried about them. So I'm actually going to shoot these 2 guys at the guy who's just grabbed the objective, because you never know, it might help. So 2 red dice, both moved, I believe. So they're hit on 5. So we're going for the Warg Rider. So let's see what happens. I missed the tray. 1 hits on a 5. So does it hit the Warg or the Rider? 3. Hits the Rider. No, it hits the Rider. Defense 4. Okay, so I'm strength 2, so I'm looking for 5s to kill the Rider. Yes, valiant.
Nice.
So takes the Warg Rider. I'll pass that one out over.
Warg needs to take a courage test.
Yeah, you can have the Warg stay around, can't you? So
this one.
happens. So 2 dice on the courage checks. Second.
It's an 8.
I think that's enough. It's courage 2.
Perfect.
So yeah, so your Warg sticks around.
But he's still. The Warg holds on to the objective.
Warg is alive, but the Rider is dead. So, and that is all my shooting. So it's over to your shooting.
I'm just going to start shooting at Theoden's horse, I think.
Theoden, go for it, yeah.
Yeah, let's try and get rid of Theoden's horse.
Don't blame me. So you moved, both of them moved, right?
One moved and one stayed put.
Okay, cool. So one's hitting on 6s and one's hitting on 5s.
Yeah, we'll do the green one's on 6s, black one's on 5s. And
actually,
the other way around.
It would have been fine. So 1 hits.
1 hits, yeah. And I need to see if I hit the horse or Theoden.
Yep. So it hits Theoden himself. So your strength 2 bows against Theoden himself. You're needing 6s, I think, or at least 6s by 4s.
At least 6s
so I've got
to start with.
Yeah, I've got the shields.
That's not happening.
Not happening.
Not today.
We're on to the almighty combat then, I suppose.
I'd use the Fell Beast's profile, wouldn't I?
Yeah, so you get your 3 attacks on the charge, because the Fell Beast has 2 attacks, and then 1 on the charge. I've just got a poor old Rider Rohan on his own, so he just gets the 1 attack, so he's praying. He's going to piercing strike just on the off chance. I get a 5!
Oh, how is this possible?
And it's a 3! Look at that! The piercing striking Rider Rohan wins against the Witch King. You don't have enough might even to change that, do you? So,
I don't, unfortunately.
So he backs away a little bit. Or what do I go for? I'm going to just go for the random 6, because all I wanted to do was beat you in combat, so... No, it's a 1. So that's fine, but crucially it takes a point of will off your tally, so...
And it leaves me in a rather unpleasant position.
Ever so
unless I
slightly.
get the priority.
That's a big one though, that is a big one.
So that time I want priority.
So you've spent, you spent 2 on the, 2 will on the compel, right?
Yeah.
So you're down to 4 will. Tasty.
Turn 4.
A priority at the start of this turn.
Come on, me.
Oh, a mighty 6. Okay, this is good. Any heroics do you want to call?
I do cause terror. I'm just going to rely on terror.
Alright, okay, so no heroics called by Jack. So I'm going to do some movements. First, I'll see if he can charge. So he's going to do a courage check. So let's see what happens. Oh, it's a double 1. So he's quaking in his boots, sat there.
Despite winning combat last time.
Yeah, I mean he's obviously not been inspired to heroic deeds by that. So he's. I'll just turn him around so I know that he's a wuss. So I'm going to move the riders out of the way. So these 2 are going to go just generally behind the lines. Then I'm going to send in the rider of the Royal Guard. Certain about this, but we'll go. And he's going to throw a spear on his way in. So he stops, and then he shoots a spear. He misses. So nothing there. And he's just going to hold him in combat there for the moment. Then everyone else is going to get stuck in. This rider as Royal Guard is going to charge the Warg on the right. So he's going to scooch it on in there. And he's going to stop and throw a spear on the way in. He hits. Horse or rider? Hits the rider, strength 3 against defense 4, nothing. He gets charges as that. Go there. The Theoden's going to charge that Warg Rider as well. Scooch it on in there. This guy, yeah, he's fine. He's going to go into this Warg Rider. He's going to throw a spear on the way in. He hits on a 4, and it's because of the new rules. He can hit on a 4, so he does hits the Warg Rider or the Rider, so he hits the Rider. No wounds though on a 1. So he's scooching on in there to block him off. I'm just going to go here, going sort of roughly there, and these guys are going to go in front of him. So we've got the slightly wounded one. And then this guy's going to go in front of him there. And then we're going to sort of set up a no-fly zone. Going to just come to there like that. So that is all of my movement. They moved too far to shoot this turn, and that is absolutely everything.
Cool, so these two guys are going to come down and join this combat down here. So Gothmog's going to come down first. He's got 10-inch move, so he's going to come down and sit here. So he's going to come down and get stuck in here instead. And he's got a throwing spear, so he's going to stop there first. He's going to throw his spear at that Royal Guard.
So you're going to risk hitting your own guy?
Wow. So hitting you on a
5, yeah, 5 because you're charging up.
Yeah. Nothing there.
Nice work.
Never mind.
But hey, it's an orc, you don't expect much more than that.
No, exactly. He's in there, so he's in with his buddies. Well, this is just a Warg on his own, so he's actually going to go after that lone guy. So I reckon he can take him.
Cool.
It's worth a go.
Yeah.
Put him there.
Go for one guy there, yeah.
And I'm going to put another guy around here. He's going to stop an inch away, throw his spear into there.
Just because we're nice like that, aren't we? So
Smash him there again. So yeah, he's now into there.
So yeah, you got 2 guys on that one. That's
yeah.
good.
And then it is just the orcs to come marching down the hill somewhere helpful. I'm just going to make a beeline actually for this objective. Sitting in a slightly defensive line, keeping that banner well within range from when the combat starts. He's going to sit there, that's fine. He's going to come sit with him. Here's his buddy. The shield orc there is going to come sit down here. There we go. This guy's going to come sit down here. He's going to come sit here. And he's going to stay on that objective up there. Cool. Yeah, that's my movement done.
So far, objective-wise, you've got the upper hand. You've got 3 objectives. But of course that could all change after this turn. There'll be no shooting because you've moved everything of yours to shoot, and I've moved too far with my guys to shoot. So straight on to some potentially quite interesting combats, I think. I'm going to be calling a heroic combat with Theoden. Are you going to call anything anywhere?
Well, I can copy it for free with Gothmog.
I shouldn't have done it because now you get it for free. But oh well, it's fine. I've got the banner of unlimited might.
Well, I get the free one with Gothmog, which is nice.
So we now roll off to see who gets the heroic combat first. So it's whoever's had priority, which is me. And 1, 2, 3 it goes to evil. 4, 5, 6 it goes to good.
Come on to me.
It goes to good. Theoden's combat first. So it's going to be split off slightly. So this guy's going to be fighting this Warg. Theoden's fighting this Warg. That guy's going to have to fight those 2, sadly. So Theoden against a Warg Rider. And he only has 2 attacks. So your guy, in blue, and you're in black.
Black.
Okay.
Just one for me, isn't it?
Actually, I'll do it in red because then it stands out a bit more. Theoden gets the 6. He's got the higher fight value, so he wins. And I'm going to strike the Rider himself. So all I need is some 4s. Yeah. Got a 4 and a 6. So takes out the Rider, and then he can then...
Is the Warg alive though? That's the question.
Yeah, so do you want to take your courage check?
Yeah, we'll do a quick courage check on him. It's courage of 2 for a Warg, so I need an 8.
Yay!
So that's another Warg hanging about.
So I don't move on then, do I? Because I don't kill everyone in the combat. So he just sticks around. That's annoying. Yeah. So I've wasted a point of might. So we'll put a little ring on him so that we know that the Rider's dead, but the man is alive. Next combat would be your heroic combat, Jack.
Gothmog's getting 3 attacks. We'll do him in black.
Yeah.
And then the Warg is getting a whopping 1 attack.
So he's in green. I've got a banner of evil potentially as well. A 1, I'll need it. Ooh, I could win it. Or make you spend a point of mine. No, I don't. So you've got the 5. So so you win the combat. He is to go back. So he's okay. So now you're just striking. I guess you're going for the Rider.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's all 5s. Any 5 will kill it.
Yeah. 5s from here. So this is Gothmog on the Rider.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gets him.
So that's him gone. The Rider and the horse is gone as well.
So that's a casualty. And then he can move on and fight again.
I spy with minus to lie. A vulnerable looking banner man. He's just going to go straight in there. Because why not? What would Gothmog do? So I ask myself.
So, because it's my priority, I get to choose them. So we're going to carry on with everything but the banner, because just in case the banner dies. The Royal Guard against the Warg. So it's just 1 dice each. I'm in red, you're in green or black?
Black this time, yeah.
Okay, cool. I've got a 5, you got a 6. I've got a banner reroll from gambling though. No, still
he's still got it. Excellent stuff.
So he is now looking like he might be trapped. No. Oh no,
he can either move into.
Oh no, because no, he can move, can't he? Because he's not engaged. So
he can move him out just. Yeah, don't want him in with Gothmog, do you?
No. So he's so striking him, strength 4 on the rider. So he's looking for 5s. Ooh. It's not even 5s, it's 4s, isn't it? Because you've got the age of the hatred of man within 3 inches of him.
That's true, actually.
But it's enough to kill him anyway.
He chomped through that with the war.
Crikey, that's 2 Royal Guard down already. This is not looking good. And it's let's do Gothmog and the gambling. Gambling has 2 attacks. He can't call a heroic defense anymore because it's too late. I didn't expect him to be pounced.
What's his fight value as well?
He is fight 4, so you've got the fight value advantage.
It's a 6.
I've got a 6, but you've got the fight. So who are you going to go for?
He's going for Rider.
So defense 6, so your strength 4 against my defense 6 plus you get a +1 as well, so it's only 4s. That is brutal. Oh, okay, 1 wound. I can deal with that.
That's alright.
1 wound. I've got 1 fate and 3 might, which I might have to use too. So try and protect the wound.
Nope.
I'm gonna spend all my might. I'm gonna spend all of it in one go because he'll get some back next turn. So Warg Riders against the Rohan Royal Guard.
Yeah.
I'm red.
I'm black. I've got it.
6s, damn. Still okay for the moment. So yeah, striking again. So again, you're looking for 4s, aren't you?
Sadly. 4s on there. There's 1.
You got it.
That's enough. I'll do the Warg and the...
Do the Warg.
And the strength 4.
I've got 2. It's yours.
Got it. So yeah, strength 4 hits, so I was jumping the gun there. There's a 2, nothing there.
And then the Witch King against this fellow over here. I can't shield on horseback, so I'll just fight normally in red.
It's just 2 attacks, isn't it?
Yeah, I charge you, so it's just 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I flashed with 6 flashed. You got the 5, so it's yours. So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to barge so I can get out of the way.
Cool.
I don't want to get charged.
So I automatically back away 3 inches in any direction of your choice. So which way do you want me to go?
I'm going to send you. I'm just going to send you back in that way, straight into that corner.
3 inches that way. So you see how far you get. So you can go 2.
Yeah.
And you get the charge this way, monstrous charge. So final round of combat then. So it's a Rider of Rohan against a Witch King.
Yeah.
And you get the charge. So you get the 3 attacks, and you're in black, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got it.
So just the strikes from the Witch King then. So you've knocked over my horse because you got the monster's charge.
Yep.
So he's on the floor, he's prone, but you get 6 strikes to kill him, which I can't imagine you failing. So
fingers crossed.
Yeah,
he's very dead.
That's a Rider of Rohan out of action.
Beautiful.
That, I think, is combats. So brutal turn for Rohan. Not only did I have to spend 3 points of might, from gambling, +1 from Theoden's botched heroic combat. I spent a point of fate, and I've lost 3 Royal Guard and a Rider of Rohan. So really rough turn, and it's not looking too shabby for the Witch King, although he is down to 3 will now.
He is, yeah. He's not loving life.
So in terms of the might war, I think I've got more might generally for the moment, but we'll see how much.
I've still got the captain up there as well.
Captain. So
yeah.
Anyway, so on to the next turn 5.
Things aren't looking so good for the Rohirrim here. They've got all the characters alive. The Witch King's running out of will, but they need to push on, get some objectives, and really start making a comeback in this game. Turn 5.
I'm green. He's got it again.
Gone for me again. Would you like to call any heroic moves with your Witch King or Gothmog?
It's worth doing with Gothmog.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can then get everybody where I want them to be.
Cool, so Gothmog is calling a heroic move, which Gambling has now got with his banner. He gets a point of might back. What I'll do, I'll keep that one, and Theoden is going to call a heroic move with his point of might, so he is down to 1 point of might left. Gambling has 1, Mayor still has 3, so it's a dice off, it's a roll off, who gets it. Priority rolls, so 1, 2, 3 goes to evil, 4, 5, 6 goes to good. Ooh, this one goes to evil. So it's down to a Gothmog to move. I think you can probably get all those Warg Riders, and I don't think you'll get any of the other ones.
Don't get the guys up there.
So just 4 guys affected.
Cool. So Gothmog is going to move around the back to here. So he's moving his 10 inches.
So yeah, he's got a good
Plenty
inch
of space.
of space for the Royal Guard. So he smashes into there.
Yeah, he's coming to here. This guy is then going to move around, following Gothmog. He's got a whopping 10-inch movement. So if I can get into there with 7, I can then spin him around an extra 3 into here, can't I? I think he's going to be my plan.
I think, yeah, you'll just be able to get pretty much to there, won't you?
Yeah. I'm just wanting to block up a gap a little bit so that he can't come in, but I think he probably will if he wants to anyway.
I think he'll be fine.
He's going to come around here, just for the extra dice, and he's going to be the sacrificial guy into there. Okay. That is the plan.
So, first things first, let's tie up these guys. So he's going to come around here. He's bodyguarded until Theoden dies, so he should be fine. So he can pass all terror checks. He's going to charge into him and throw a spear on the way in. He's going to throw it at the Warg. He hits. See how it gets. No, it's a 2. Needing 5s, I think, for that. So he goes into both of them, so he's tying those 2 people up. This guy's going to move into Gothmog. AMR is going to go into one guy there. So he's just going to charge into this guy here. Wrap around a bit there. 2 riders who are going to go straight into the back of Gothmog. And Gamling, and he can't go to the side because of the trees, so he's just going to go there.
So this guy's going to come down and sit here. So he'll be tapping that objective soon. He's going to come and sit in the middle. Hold that one for now. And then the rest of them are all going to come down and sit here in a nice big screen. So he's going to sit there. He's going to come sit here. Captain's going to come and sit just behind. He's going to start behind.
Yeah, cleverly got the horsey-sized gaps left, so you can't get anyone through those gaps, but your hero can.
Banner's going to come sit there with a friend. Actually, with a couple of friends there, just to make sure that he's staying up there with his objective there.
You don't have a shooting phase, so it's straight onto combat phases. I will call a heroic combat with Theoden's last point of might. So he's out of range for the Master of Battles. And do you have heroic defense?
I do have heroic defense.
Then I will not be calling heroic defense with Gamling, so I don't want to give you a free heroic defense, not with all those people surrounding you.
Yeah, I'm going to call a heroic defense just to try and keep him alive a little bit longer.
Heroic combat always goes first, so that's Theoden and Gamling against the Warg Rider. Theoden's in red, Gamling's in blue. Not that it matters because nobody's got any might anymore.
Warg's black.
Oh no, Gamling has a might, so Gamling's in blue.
Ooh,
You got the 6.
Set the bar high. Hey!
I've got a banner, so I'll re-roll it with a Gamling's dice because I've got a point of might.
Nothing there.
Nope, so the heroic combat is botched and you win, so you can strike.
Excellent. Cool, so yeah, I'm going to strike. I'm going to have a go at Theoden.
Sure.
Just to try and get rid of that horse.
Go for it. So you're going to go for the horse, yeah? So strength
Yeah.
4 on the defense 5 horse is 5s.
Nope.
Unlucky. Worth a go.
But he won.
We've got the Royal Guard against a Warg and a Warg Rider.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the Rider in black, the Warg in green. Makes a little difference.
3. Still got the banner reroll from Gamling. A 2. Nice work, Gamling. Banner's not doing very much.
Cool.
Alright, so go for it.
The green dice is for the Rider. He gets +1 because he's within 3 of Gothmog.
So he's winning on 4s and the other guy's winning on 5s.
Happy days.
Oh, another rider down. This is looking terrible. Okay, let's see where we can get some final momentum. Royal Guard and Rohan riders against Gothmog. I've got 4 attacks here, so I'm fancying my chances.
Cool. I've got 3.
So it's looking to see who's got the thing. I'm in red and blue.
I'm in black.
I've got a 6.
I've got 5.
You can spend a point of might to win the combat.
Yeah, you lower 5 value.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm winning that combat. Yeah.
So Gothmog spends his 2nd point of might in total in the game to win the fight, which is probably wise because
he needs to get out of there.
He would be trapping. So you're pushing me out, and then you can strike someone. So you've got 3 attacks, right?
Yeah, 3 attacks. I'm going to go for the riders at the back first, just because they're a bit squishier, aren't they?
They are defense 5, so you're strength 4, winning them on 5s usually, but now down to 4s.
3 attacks, and he's going to do them one at a time, and he's going to go for the riders at the back first.
Nope.
Nothing there. We'll have another go at him. Nothing there, and one more time. Nothing
The
there
curse of
either.
rolling dice individually.
Unfortunately so.
Okay, so the next combat will be AMR against a Wild Rider. I'm in red.
One here, so I've got black.
I've got a 5, so I do win the combat.
You can have that one.
I will. So I will take... Oh God, I mean, they're both defense 4. Oh, I've been forgetting my charge bonuses. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So AMR has got strength 4. So he's going for the Warg first. Misses. No. Again, the curse of rolling dice individually, so he fails to do any damage.
Fantastic for me.
So
Quite happy.
And then we've got the Royal Guard against the Wild Rider. 6.
And a
The
1
Royal
for
Guard
me.
finally gets one, taking out the Rider. Nope. We push back to there. So my one guy in, I'm going to choose a mighty blue dice.
Cool. I'm going for a green one for
Oh,
the
he's got a
Warg,
5.
and I'm going for black ones for the Witch King. Come on, a 6. I've got the 5.
Yeah, you got the fight value,
That's
so
fine.
you win the combat.
I'm just going to...
No, hurling him into your own troops is probably
It's not
unwise.
sensible.
I'd rend him.
Yeah, I'm going to rend him with the Fell Beast.
So I charge you, so it's just 2 attacks, and you're winning against his strength. So he's strength 3, you're strength 6, so you're winning him on 3s.
That'll do it.
Course.
That'll do it. Torn in half.
It's looking brutal, and it's getting me ever closer to my break point.
It is.
So I'm
Amazingly, I've not taken a single casualty yet,
Yeah.
which is pretty horrible. So Gothmog's only got 1 point of might left, but he's in a rather nice position right in the middle of the board. So it means that hopefully his Master of Battle will kick in and he'll be able to get some points of might for free, or at least some free actions. The Witch King has only got 2 points of will left, but he's still got his 3 fates, and he's still got 1 point of might left.
For me,
as well.
it's not looking great, although everyone will get a point of might back at the start of this turn. So Theoden will start with a point of might. He's not got... Gamling spent his fate. Gamling will have 1 point of might because of the banner. So it's not looking great. We needed to capitalise on the victories there, especially seeing as it's 6 riders down, almost broken. So we need 2 more riders to break me. That's evil now.
Turn 6.
Start this turn. Priority rolls, Jack.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, blue for me.
A 2.
It goes to
Again,
me once
yeah.
more.
No
Would you like to
surprises
call
there.
any heroic actions, though?
Yes. I think it's very sensible for me to call a heroic move with Gothmog.
So that's Gothmog's last point of might, but of course he has the Master of Battle. I'm going to leave you to do your action. I'm going to save my might.
Well, Gothmog's going to go straight for this guy here.
Okay, so he's going for the Royal Guard. Sure.
Yeah. And then everybody else is going to start shuffling. So this Warg at the end is going to go and have a go at Theoden. This guy is going to come round to here. Actually, no, he's going to sit there. So I'm nice and close to Gothmog and keeping him out of the way.
Yeah.
So he's going to get into the side of him there, and he's going to go this way. And then I've got one more over here. Oh, he's just going to come for this guy and come sit here. And hopefully keeps an extra guy from getting in with Gothmog at least.
So Gamling is going to go into this guy. Warg here. This guy, though, is going to go into this Warg. He's going to go into there as well.
Yeah, the Witch King is just going to come and sit around here.
So he's going to charge into Aemir.
He is indeed. He's charging into Aemir, and then the Orcs are all going to start piling in from the hills. He's helping out his pal there. Like another one in there. This one's then going to come and sit on the objective, still supporting him. He's base to base. Down here. And for next time. Banner is importantly coming forward now into the fray. Hopefully for some tasty rerolls, and he's going to stay there on that objective. So that's marked as mine. So this is the big moment I've been waiting for. Gothmog is finally calling the Age of the Orc has come, which means that all Mordor Orc models get to re-roll failed wound rolls.
I'll be declaring a heroic combat with Theoden in a hope that finally he gets a heroic combat that actually is successful. I'll also be calling heroic strike with Aemir. The first move will be Theoden and his gang of people really bullying that Wild Rider down there. So and I've got 2 other riders as well.
Yeah, it's just a Warg on his own.
Because he's not cavalry model, I also get the extra attacks as well.
I've got my poultry 1 black dice.
Cool.
Hopefully it's all I need. It isn't.
Thankfully, I get the 6 on all those dice. He's trapped and knocked over, so I'll just do this twice.
Yep.
That's a 5. That is enough. Although that wasn't a great roll, I still managed to kill it. Finally, I've killed the model.
Certainly pate.
and then we will move along. So he's going to go around to this guy. Theoden's going to move to that guy, and he's going to go to there. Just because I'm desperate to make sure I actually get some kills here. Let's just do this combat here then. Gambling and everyone against that poor old Warg Rider. So Theoden has 2 attacks. Gambling has 2 attacks. And I've got 2 other riders. So Gambling is in blue. So he can influence his dice. So your Warg Rider just gets the 1. I've got a 6, so then I missed 1.
2.
No, I've got 2 6. It's trapped. So Theoden's going to go for the rider. He's strength 4 plus he gets the charge. He kills it horribly, and Gambling is going to go for the Warg, and he does kill it. Yeah, because he's strength 5 as well. So
away he goes.
And then we've got a Rider of Rohan against a Warg Rider. So let's do that one. So my Rider just getting 1 dice, your Warg Rider getting 1. 2 for me, 4 for you. You get it. So he'll move back.
I'm going to do a strike on him.
Yep. Brutal. Kills him because of the +1.
Ka-chop.
And you can re-roll it as well. Royal Guard against Gothmog on his own.
Yep, so I've got 3 black dice here.
So I'm looking for a tasty 6, I'm hoping. A 1, you've got the 6 instead. Damn. Alright, so the Royal Guard will probably go down to the mighty power of Gothmog.
He's crossed.
Yeah, you'll have to re-roll.
Re-roll it. So do I re-roll all of them?
Yeah, just re-roll.
It's looking for 4s.
Yeah.
There it is, yeah.
So, what else have we got? We've got a Rohan Royal Guard who's charged and been charged. So I only get 1 attack. You've got lots of people in that combat there.
3
looking
regular guards.
Looking desperate, to be fair.
And 1 rider.
A 1, great.
So I've got 3 regular orcs and 1 on a warg. Wow.
2, it's all you need.
That's all
it's all you need. It's all you need.
Count for something.
And you've got rerolls to wound, you've got +1s to wound, you've got all the bonuses you could possibly ask for.
All that jazz.
And it goes on 3 6s anyway. Not that you needed those bonuses. Whoa.
Nice to have them though.
That is officially the Rohan army broken. Then we've got Eomer striking against the Witch King. So first of all, Eomer's heroic strike goes up to a fight value of 7. He beats the Witch King. Then it's 3 dice from Eomer, 2 from you charged me, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
So yeah, you get 3 from the Witch King as well because he's charged.
Oh yeah.
Because he's got
the
monstrous
one from the warg as well.
You do indeed. But I get the 6, crucially.
You do.
I get the 6, and you can't do anything about it. So I will leave I'll leave the Witch King to slowly suffer and might. But Eomer didn't charge. He got charged, but he's still strength 4, so he's going to go for the warg first. So he does kill the warg, so that's the warg out of action, which is exciting. Yes. But I might as well go for the Witch King on the off chance to kill him without having to wait another turn. 5, not quite. You've got 3 fates, so it's not really worth me spending any might to do it. But hey, I win and push you back. Crazy. Okay, so I'm officially broken, and I don't have very much left in terms of troops. You're not even close, and I'm suffering in terms of resources.
I'm just keeping my fingers crossed for priority at last, really. But yeah, at first I was feeling quite nervous, but now I'm actually feeling a little bit confident, but I don't want to get ahead of myself just yet.
Turn 7.
Priority for round 7.
Fingers crossed it'll be me for once.
For the first time, yeah. I've got a 1, it's yours.
So do I.
It's fine, no, because it goes straight to you, so it's fine.
Goodness for that.
I'm not going to call any heroic actions because I'm too far away to actually help Eomer out, and he's screwed no matter what, no matter where I go. So I'm just going to let you take the priority.
Spoilt for choice now.
Yeah, you almost don't know what to do now. You've got a priority.
Completely spoiled. Well, these boys are going to stay exactly where they are. I'm just going to throw as much stuff at Eomer as I can. Probably throw a couple of wargs at these just to tie you up. So let's start moving some warg riders. They're going to come down here and try and tie up some of these guys. So I've got 1 can come down. He's just going to come and sit here.
Straight into gambling.
Straight into gambling. I'm going to have 1 come around the corner
So he's going to engage both of those guys. Yeah.
To both of those guys. I'm going to have him come onto this objective, so that'll be mine shortly. And then everybody else is just going to pile in on Aomer because I don't like him. So we'll have the Witch King is going to get stuck in. Go. So he's going to come and sit here. I'm going to have Goth Monster come sit here. Then he's not lucky at the minute. He's going to come sit here. I'm going to have a support. He's going to come sit right here. He's going to come sit here. So he's going to come sit here. Captain sadly can't get in, but Banner's going to come sit here. Captain will sit there. Can't. Let's just remain on that objective to make sure it's mine. Happy days.
So one guy left to move. So he's just going to inch to the right and claim that objective and prepare himself to shoot. Should we just go straight onto the shoot phase? Because all he's doing is going to go for one pot shot at this guy who he can't actually see. So one pot shot at this guy who he will definitely get in the way for. So he's hitting on 5s. Misses. Combat phase. Would you like to call any heroics?
Yes.
Cool. So would I. Theoden will call a heroic combat.
King has got 1 point of might left.
He does, so he can call...
He's going to call a heroic strike, I think.
Strike? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I am going to call heroic strike with Aon there as well.
Does that mean Gothmog gets one for free?
Yeah, he does if he wants it.
Yeah, Gothmog's going to have a heroic strike as well.
And Gamling is going to call a heroic combat as well. Theoden and the Royal Guard against the Warg Rider. So you charge me. Not that it makes much difference, but it's worth noting because I don't get my charge bonus. My guys against your guy? Yep.
Yeah, I've got 1 dice here.
I got a 6 off the 1 dice that made it into the trade. These was there, but I did get the 6. So
you did, yeah.
So the Royal Guard is going to strike the Warg. Doesn't get him. Theoden is going to strike the Rider. Kills him.
Courage tests on that Warg very quickly. Looking for an 8. It happens.
Every time, and the other attack is going to go for the Warg. And a 1, so I forgot to say I fainted, so. Gamling's heroic combat is going to go for against him, so see what happens. He gets a 6, so he wins. So he's going to strike the Rider first. Kills the Rider.
Yeah.
Courage check on that Warg.
Come on for an 8.
The most heroic of Wargs does not survive this time, so he's out of there. Excellent.
Sad time.
He is then going to move on with his heroic fight and attempt valiantly to kill this Warg on the objective.
Speedy.
Oh, sorry, he should have backed away, shouldn't he?
Well, let's go for that first anyway. So we'll do my 1 rider on the objective versus your bannerman.
Sure. Okay, so I charged, but it didn't make a difference except for strength. I get a 5, so
That's
I do win.
enough.
So I get the strength bonus, so I'm strength 5. So the first strike going on the Rider kills him.
Yeah.
So courage check on the Warg.
Oh, Warg, sorry. He's fine on an 8.
The second one kills him.
Oh,
so
he's gone. He's gone.
no matter how courageous, they still get smashed. So then we've got Emma surrounded by lots of people. So you've got 2 heroic strikes. I've got 1.
Yeah.
Both of your guys are fight 5 as well. So I'll do my heroic strike first. Ooh, mighty 10.
The green one and Gothmog's the black one.
Yeah.
It makes a little difference, I think.
Not really, no.
It's
snake
not happened.
eyes! Look at that.
It's not happened.
Double 1s. So shall I set the bar? So if
Nice
I get a
down.
6, I win basically. So I've got 3 attacks. I'm surrounded. But if I get a 6. A 5, but it's okay because I have a point of might. So I will let them stand for the moment, just on the off chance that you,
Just in case I fail it.
in case you fail, and I can keep that might for killing something.
3 for the Fell Beast, 3 more for Gothmog, and then there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
You're looking for a 6 basically to draw out that point of might from me. I'm winning either way though. There's the 6.
There's the 6 on that.
But
gold
it's
dice.
okay. So I'm spending my last point of might, but crucially, I still win the combat. Witch King's going to die this turn because you committed him to the combat.
Yeah.
So actually, there's the only people worth killing are probably the normal folk. Gothmog is going to survive, so I'm just going to kill some orcs. Right. So first orc, I'm strength 4, not enough. Kills 1, and the last one a 1. So no. So just 1 orc down, but everyone else backs away, and crucially, the Witch King goes.
He does.
And goes back as well. There we go. So they lost the combat, despite having the massive number advantage. Good old heroic strike, eh? So that was a big swing this turn.
Filled empty without
So
Witch King
yeah,
now.
the Witch King's died. The objectives that I have still got 2 objectives in my favour, which is good. But it could all come crashing down if this dice is a 1 or a 2. So Jack, your priority. So it's down to you to roll for whether the game ends because I'm broken.
We shall see.
It's a big one. It's a big one. So I guess that means let's do the final tally.
Game over.
Fantastic, yeah, first victory for me in a very long time against Harry, with a whopping score of 7-5 at the end of it.
Yeah, that was brutal. A couple of turns where you just took off like 4 or 5 Royal Guard in one go with the +1 to wound with Gothmog in there. That was just nasty. The wargs, those courageous wargs were absolutely storming it. The heroic combats that I botched because of not killing the warg were pretty decisive, I think.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it was a decisive victory, Jack.
It was. I think I had the momentum at the start. Gothmog was definitely man of the match. The Warg Riders that came with him as well, which generally haven't done very well for me before, were really, really good. Witch King put quite a lot of points into him. He was useless, and possibly because I spent too much will right at the start. If he was hanging around a bit longer, that would have been good.
Had you got that initial hurl off, then things might have been different as well for me, even worse for me. And like you say, the first time in a long time you've beat me.
First time in at least 7 games that I've actually won a game.
Yes. But an absolute pleasure, Jack, gaming. Thanks very much. And thanks very much for inviting us on.
Thank you very much to both Jack and Harry for coming along on the channel. I think you'll all agree the armies looked awesome. If you've enjoyed this battle, please remember to slap like, share, subscribe, and hit the alarm bell for more videos to come. Check in the links below for all affiliate stuff. I've got Luke's APS gaming stuff there, which is how we did this whole board in a video there. You can buy all the products you need, flocks, the basing materials. He does loads of other stuff as well, and I get a small cut from that. And also, if you want to support the channel, please do check out my Patreon. But that's just a great way for you guys to help me do more battle reports and push this channel further with better equipment. And that's it. Game over. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.